Wait, I'm not ready. I'm kidding. Sorry.
You're the second person to fucking do that.
Oh,
Sorry.
for fuck's sake.
Literally, we've just uploaded an episode that did that.
Oh, well, I thought I was unique in my...
Well, unfortunately not. And we're leaving that in. So now you're exposed.
Damn it. Exposed for being...
Clowning around already. Welcome back to the Deviant Duo.
Yeah.
But anyway, stay tuned because this episode is a really interesting episode. It's a really fascinating topic that is, I think, only really boomed over the last few years. And we've got an amazing individual who's also a podcaster, runs their own event, and so much more coming on to us today. So, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Coming on to you?
I was going to say, that's maybe the wrong word, Quincy.
I think that might be the right word. I might be been looking at all of the porn that you create, and I might be fantasizing now. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, behave yourself.
You'll get a nosebleed if you're not careful.
So, welcome to the podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself? I'm just going to let you go wild because you are a wild creature.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I'm Barney, aka the Muckle Stoater, aka 1,000 other names. Like any self-respecting Kingstar, I have like 7 scene names. So, but yeah, I'm. I guess I like to say London's premier clown porn advocate, and I don't know. It does feel to me like clowns in kink spaces have become way more ubiquitous than I ever thought they would be over the last few years, and I'm really, really happy to see that. But yeah, it was something that was like the basis of my entire sexuality. So it took me a long, long time to kind of get here, and now that I'm here being the person I never thought I would ever get to be or have the confidence to be, it's kind of wild to see other people coming out the woodwork in this wonderfully weird, silly way as well. So yeah, that's sort of me in like a teeny tiny nutshell.
Well, the thing is that one of our previous episodes, we were talking about fetishes at Darklands, and Dax went, "Oh, I've been seeing a lot of clowns recently, and they've really started to boom. I'd love to have a clown on." And I went, "I know the exact person to bring on for this."
I sure did.
Have you got your nose on?
I don't currently. I can go put it on quickly, but because I just got a new one that I'm quite fond of that actually squeezes my nose really hard, which for some reason is very erotic to me. So it makes me sound kind of stupid as well, which I kind of love.
I was about to say, give us a honk. If you've got your nose on, give us a honk. But you've let me down.
I can go get it.
Go on, run.
Okay, one sec.
Hopefully you haven't got clown shoes on because it'd be like blah, 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 blah. God, that. Do you remember did you watch animation where you used to the old clown cars? And then you used to see the clowns come out with their big shoes and them all run out of this small little car. That's what I'm imagining now is happening. Just blob, 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 going to run to get the nose.
Yeah, the size 26 shoes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking Barney's got on at the moment.
So smash cut. That took like...
Smash cut. Woo.
That didn't even take a second. Yeah, so I got squeakies, and then obviously I brought my clown horn out because otherwise how will people know that I'm horny? And then I've got like a selection of noses here. And the great thing about clown fetish, because like fetish retailers don't really sell clown gear, my collection of gear basically runs the gamut of stuff that is either like professional clown stuff or is custom and is all very expensive, to cheap foam noses and like Halloween costume stuff that I get on eBay because that completely fits the aesthetic as well. So I've got quite a few like professional clown noses, one of which is signed by David Arquette. Because if you didn't know, David Arquette, as in Dewey from Scream, formerly married to Courtney Cox, he is the new Bozo the Clown. He purchased the rights and he is officially the new Bozo. And then I have ones that you glue on, which is also quite hot in a transformative kind of scene because it feels very like this is going to be on you for a while, and you like can't take it off. And then I have ones like this, which let me see. Does this change my? Yeah, it changes my voice, right? You can hear that it's like squeezing my nose.
Yeah.
Okay, so this I did a little video about. Oh Jesus, I'm getting a boner. Hold on. I did a little video about how excited I was to get this because this is the 2007 Comic Relief Red Nose Day Nose, and those are not my aesthetic really, but this one is just a gigantic foam nose, and I always thought that was so hot when I was a kid, and I was too nervous to get one, and I finally got my hands on one that was like unopened, and so I have one now, and I'm really, really fond of it. So yeah, now I'm wearing my nose.
Now we're just going to hear you with like a little pinched nose.
Yeah.
We can all do it. We can all join in, and we can all do the same voice if you want.
Well, I've got the Bozo one on now, and these are really, really good because you can also pop them off, so it's like it's easy to sneeze in them and that kind of thing. I don't like string because it looks like so tacky. I've also got my giant Mickey Mouse gloves on, just so you know.
Oh, but you know, we've debated, or should we do video for this podcast? And we always thought, well, should we do it? Should we not do it? And we always thought, well, the key thing of a podcast is the voice. Do you mean it's what we're talking about? And it's also the really easiness of just on the tube or on a train and just putting your headphones in, chilling out, listening to chaos and learning something new and having fun.
And
but
being
now,
bombarded by nose squeaks and horn honks.
Exactly. But now I'm like, I want a video. I want to see what this looks like.
Okay, well, the day that you do it is the day that I'll do like a full face of makeup and costume and everything.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we should do a special. Maybe one day.
We can look into it.
Maybe Dax is like, no, I have enough work.
That sounds like a lot of work.
The thing is, because we're using Spotify for creators, you can upload the video and it will separate the video into video and audio. So like people can watch it if they want, but they can also listen to it if they want. They don't need to they wouldn't need to play both. A video. Yeah.
Oh. Because
it's something we can investigate. The biggest problem that we have, Quincy, is that for most podcasts that have more than one host, they're usually in the same place. We're at opposite ends of the UK, so it's a little bit more difficult.
And also, I'd have to look decent for most of the episodes, and I do not look decent.
That would require me actually putting clothes on, which is not something I am fond of doing.
Not necessarily, because, you know, I'm very much of the opinion that my favorite podcasts are the ones where it feels like my friends are talking and I'm just not, you know, like I'm just listening to a conversation. Yeah. And so I feel like the more, you know, authentic and real you look, you know, the more you get that feel.
Yeah, but there's a line between being authentic and just a mess.
It's okay to, you know, we all look different in nice lighting versus when we've just gotten out of bed. And you know what? Sometimes all I want to do is chat and feel like I don't have to put my pretty face on.
Oh, the thing is, I've just had the idea. We're talking about clown fetish.
Oh, no.
Maybe we could start pajama fetish and I'll just wear my pajamas and that'll be it.
You know what?
If
you build it, people will come, is what I'm learning.
Yeah.
If you want to start a party which is just a pajama party, I'm already thinking this would be so much fun. Pajama fetish party.
Yeah, I do like long johns. I do like the long johns.
Okay.
You know,
there's only one big issue that I'm seeing here, Quincy, and that is if you get a bunch of horny kinksters to a quote unquote pajama party, it's basically going to become an orgy.
Well, but yes.
So,
isn't that the...
So, yeah.
It's not much of a sleepover, is it, if you're constantly fucking?
Wasn't it? Clearly we went to different kinds of sleepovers.
It's a sleeping together party.
And you can have a pillow fort and everybody can fuck in the pillow fort.
Oh.
And you can have like pillow fort tunnel to the bar. Yeah, pillow humpers. Hey, I was a big pillow humper. I didn't learn how to wank until I was 17. I was pillow humping since I was 9. It was rough. Yeah.
See, I learned to wank wrong when I was like 12, 13, and I had to teach myself how to wank properly when I was 16.
Yeah. And I did so in, it's a great story. I did so in a hotel bathroom in Norway, and I fist pumped like the air because I was so happy that I did it.
That is cute, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt really ashamed about being a pillow humper because I hadn't figured out how to use my hand like apparently you were supposed to do.
And now you wear big, massive gloves and you can't use your hands.
Well, the massive gloves really help because it's sort of like a pillow on your hand. I actually like have modified my gloves for the purpose of masturbating. So I cut them open and put a zip in so that I could stuff them with extra stuffing so that it's more fun, and so I can put squeakies in there, and then I can take the stuffing out to put them in the washing machine because, you know, they don't stay white.
Yeah, none of it stays white. I've got a lot of white gear. It doesn't stay white.
Well, and this is also like fabric. Like I do have silicone Mickey Mouse gloves that are like my fisting gloves. They're great.
Fisting with Mickey Mouse gloves.
Yeah, they're huge. Well, I mean, they're also silicone, so they squish. Like if you have a big, if you're into fisting, hi, hello, you there, listener, who's into fisting. If you're into fisting and you have a big butt and you want to get fisted by my Mickey Mouse hands, hit me up because it's really, really fun. It's really silly, and it totally works. They're really cool. It looks a lot bigger than it is because compared to like, you know, the human body, it's like Jesus. But actually, it slips in pretty easily if you're a fisty.
Okay.
Okay, I come back off the. We should have a video of this. Maybe not a video of the podcast.
I'm gonna make some fisting porn videos, and you can tentatively check it out. It's gonna be cool.
I won't retweet them from the podcast account. Don't worry, viewers.
Listen, if you want like a safe, fun way to like get over a fear, not even kidding. Porn is a great way to do it because you can, you know, if you're like, oh, I don't know, you can turn it off, look away, but you're gonna come back to it, and you're gonna be like, let me watch a little bit more.
I am not watching spider porn.
Hey.
Oh yeah, no.
Absolutely
I
fucking
agree.
not. Do you know?
No.
I agree with you that there is certain fears that you could get over using porn, like colorophobia.
Chastity.
Definitely. But spiders, absolutely fucking not.
Oh,
I am currently wearing my Doc Martens while sat at my desk because when I went to the bathroom yesterday, a spider ran in. A spider ran into the bathroom, ran behind the sink. I had to shit with my feet up on a stool in case it ran up my leg and like laid eggs in my brain or something. Right. Absolutely not. I've not found it. I asked my flatmate to deal with it. Did he? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Men, why do we have them around?
It does feel. It does feel a little bit like there's a slight sort of knowledge gap here that might help you when it comes to the laying of the eggs and the brain. But go on.
But the best thing was, I got a fucking message. There's a spider in my bathroom. I went, what the fuck am I going to do? I'm 100 miles away. I'm not going to go all the way up. And I'm fucking scared of spiders.
Yeah, but
I'm not going to sort it for
support.
you. Yeah.
Well, listen,
emotional support handler.
Actually, you say that. At Darklands, I was kind of like showing a friend around his first Darklands, and he just kept referring to me as his emotional support clown, which I quite like that. So this week of recording, I'm going to be filming with Gunge Lads, and that is me facing a fear because I did this with Chastity, and so I was like, I need to face this Gunge thing because I know it's coming. We're going to do a couple scenes. They have like a Nickelodeon Gunge tank, and I'm like bricking it. But I think it'll be fun because we'll make it silly, and then I'll get over my tactile horror. I don't know. Or I won't, and then everyone can just watch me be like, ah! Okay. I knew someone with a snot fetish, so thanks for bringing that up. There literally is. This is what I like about being 34? So... for real, Rule 34. Yeah. If you can think someone's jerking to it, because what I love about doing what I do is people will approach me and just unabashedly be like, hey, you're weird. So I have this weird kink. Would you be open to doing this? And it will be like, Will you stomp on my Playmobil city? Will you like read the newspaper while I lick your feet? Will you like will you do audio files where you're taking your limbs off like a doll, like they're removable? I just think that's all awesome. So I'm always up for doing stuff like that. But I guess my kink is very out there, and clearly I don't have a problem making a fool of myself. So I guess I like that people feel that they can approach me with that kind of thing, because I'm always really interested. I find it so fascinating how, I thought I was the weirdest person in the world. And not only is that obviously not true, but whoa, some people are into like really, really out there wacky things that you would never think of. And I think that's beautiful.
And weird can be beautiful. Everyone's like, oh, weird. And it always has this negative connotation. But actually, weird can be beautiful. Totally off kink. My partner sent me someone who's done some artwork out of fungi. So they've grown some fungi, cut it into strips, and then joined all these strips together to make this artwork. And some of the comments and some of the stuff was like, oh, that's really weird. And I was like, to me, that's beautiful. For me, when I'm looking at it, I think it's weird and beautiful. Can't it be both? Can't something be weird and beautiful at the same time?
Are you comparing me to a mushroom?
And when the fungi is a bit different.
I like to think of myself as a chanterelle, actually.
Mushrooms are very fascinating. Do you know?
They're weird. Like,
They're
okay.
weird.
Yeah.
Great, though.
But like, what are they?
I know. But
They defy classification, and I can tell you that as someone who has a degree in the field.
Isn't that crazy?
But it's like you've got all different types. You've got some that really help plants, and some that are very exactly the same, like with slightly different mutation, and then will not help plants and suck all the energy out.
Well, and also
and they'll communicate and everything. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
And without them, we wouldn't be here.
No, have you heard mushroom music before?
No,
I don't think I've partaken in music.
There's like hobby electronics kits that you can get where like you use little cables, and when you plug them into mushrooms, the signals that are being sent between the different spores and things can generate a very small electrical current, but they use it to make music, and it's really weird but really cool.
Same thing happens if you attach it to my balls. Really weird music comes out.
Yeah, that's fair.
is it just honking?
I was like, shit. There was a joke in there about juggling balls. I couldn't quite reach it.
Oh, well, we lost that joke.
Couldn't juggle the task.
Oh, there we go. We got it. We got it. Cloud9. But so you do a podcast as well? Are your podcasts as chaotic as this?
Yeah, I mean, potentially more so in the sense that the way that I do it is very freeform. So I kind of think of it as like, the same two people will talk about the same topic completely differently. And so I'm more interested in people rather than topics themselves. And then that has turned into a really like beautiful, interesting episode. So it's called The Big Top, and I just talk with kinksters from all walks of life, from all corners of the community. But yeah, I'm really interested in like how other people ended up where they are, because we all started off as that shy, nervous person who felt weird and felt like they didn't belong and didn't have the confidence to be open about what they were into or connect with other people, or looked up to others and never thought that they would be that person. And so I'm really fascinated with the stories of like how that changed one day.
And we kept a bit in where they were really nervous, and at one point they said they couldn't do it. And we said, okay, let's just give it a second. We'll have a breather. And then we helped support them back in. And to be honest, everyone's saying that raw piece where they had their moment where it showed their vulnerabilities was so important to people, that actually showing that we're all human, not this clean cut podcast, which is like, it's showing those raw human moments was so important to individuals. And it's, I prefer it. I prefer when we see people as human, not this polished individual.
Well, because also, like, how many times have we all experienced that feeling where we're like, I can't do it. And then, like, for me, so I tell this story a lot, but my first event experience was so life-changing that I like, came home, quit my job, made this my whole life. I don't do anything sort of in a reasonable or sensible way. So my first event was in Berlin during COVID, where I didn't know anyone, and I arrived at the wrong time. And I was walking to this venue by myself, and I just like stopped and was like, I'm going to turn back. I'm just going to go back to my hotel. Like, I can go tomorrow. It's a weekend event. And then I stopped and was like, okay, but if I go back now, I'll never know if I would have had fun. If I go there and it sucks, I can just leave, and then I'm not going to feel like I missed out, because I know that, like, I left for a reason. Whether it's nerves or excitement, it's the same kind of feeling in the body. And so I got there, and I was like, can't find the door. Okay, that's a sign. I'm turning around. And as I was leaving, I saw somebody lean out the window, and I recognized them as a Kingster from like Instagram. And I was like, no, I'm in the right place. Found the door, went in. I then proceeded to have the best night of my life and do things I never thought I would do, and meet people who I'm so glad to call close friends to this day. So that's now my rule. I give myself an hour when I'm really not feeling it wherever I am. Yeah.
No, totally.
Luckily. Now I get to be like a full-time sex clown. But I was, I guess it was also like, it had taken me so long to accept this thing about myself. And then it took me even longer to be kind of open about it, little bit by little bit. And so when I was suddenly in an environment where people were like, you don't have to put on airs, you don't have to lie, you don't have to like hide any part of yourself, I was like, I never want to go back to... I just realized I was so much more miserable than I like really acknowledged. And all of my closest friendships up until that point still had this huge gulf that I felt like I couldn't bridge, because there was this thing that I was always hiding. And I had felt that way like since before I was a teenager, that I'm constantly hiding this terrible secret that's so mortifyingly embarrassing it would like ruin my life for anyone to know about it. And as soon as I like realized how untrue that is, and that I've got one life and nobody can shame me for something I'm not ashamed of, then I just decided I wanted that to be my world. So I quit my job, and then I wouldn't necessarily advise quitting your job before figuring out what you're going to do next, but I did. And ADHD, like.
So where does Barney and Muckle? How does that work? Are they separate? Are they now intertwined? Where does one start? Where does one end? Or are they just combined now?
Barney is the name that I use in the scene, and it's just a nickname I've had like for years and years. So that just made sense. And then I started out as like a freelance fetish artist and just taking commissions and stuff. And the Muckle Stoter is a super niche reference to like an old Scottish jester. And I just thought that was cool. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to use that as like my title. But I realized people either call me Barney or they just call me Muckle by default. So I kind of felt like, well, that's my name now. I'm Barney Muckle. It's like Barney Rubble, but the other thing. But like Barney Muckle has just become his own identity, and so it just kind of unifies all the things. So yeah, but it meant that like I needed a name that wasn't as ridiculous as mine is. So I was like, oh yeah, well, first name, surname, there you go.
I knew this episode was going to be intense, but like my brain is going 101 miles an hour. Just so much information. It's just like, it's just so
Yeah.
fascinating to listen because it's different people's experiences and it's how this works, how that works, and where did you come from? And it just builds this picture, do you mean? And you start thinking about, oh, how would have I done it? Would I have done the same thing? How do you mean? You start relating to the individual, and then my brain just goes 101 miles an hour. So I'll let Dax continue to the next question while my brain readjusts to the information and allows it to absorb.
That's bold of you to assume that I'm not also like, this is a lot.
Well, no, I get it because like it's so weird how everyone's measuring stick is different.
Yeah.
To me, the things that were terrifying and made me super nervous, like for me, that was like wearing my gear publicly. But then the stuff that I'll do, you know, I say like it made me feel comfortable to do, you know, like a public forced veterinary scene to get over my fear of chastity in front of a huge crowd.
So, take us back. Growing up, seeing no one like you, finding your kink and clowning, and what shifted?
You know, weirdly, I think it was the feedback. Like, I didn't have I had I still have my FetLife account that I've had for, well, I guess probably since before I really should have been on FetLife. But
Yep.
I didn't have, I'd never heard of Recon somehow. And I just made a Recon account and I was so overwhelmed with how many messages I got every day. And when I finally made a Recon account, suddenly all these like regular people were like, oh, wow, that sounds cool. Or, oh, I've never thought about that. Or, oh, I've always secretly been into that. And it was, yeah, really, really eye-opening. It was crazy how many messages to me, it was crazy. That kind of, it put things into perspective for me because I realized that not only am I so not alone, but my thing is really not that out there. Like a lot of other people can find their own connection to it or can understand it or appreciate like why that would be something I'm into. And so there was, yeah, I guess a level of acceptance that I was like very grateful for. Podcast event.
A podcast, podcast event runner. Do you run your own event? Do you want to give a shout out to that?
Yeah, it's called Stuck in the Middle, which I thought was like, I thought it was maybe too on the nose. I could have called it on the nose, actually. Yeah, it's every other month in King's Cross in London. And I very much based it. It's, you know, the UK is, to my knowledge, the world's first like dedicated clown fetish event. And it's a really, really nice vibe. It's kind of 50-50 social sexual. So, you know, play is totally allowed in the space. There's no dress code. Come in whatever you feel comfortable in and just come hang out, have a beer, see what it's all about. It's just, you know, a bunch of horny clowns hanging out, and we have a pie booth. If, you know, you want to get pied in the face, we have like a spinning wheel where you can win prizes or you know, suffer humiliating forfeits. But it's a very, very like friendly, low pressure environment. Everybody there is somebody who was once nervous and has since gotten a lot more confident and is just there to have a good time. So anyone with a ticket is allowed to arrive an hour early.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It's impossible not to, because it's just such a good vibe.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy on kink, is really like, at the end of the day, sex is just putting weird things in funny places. Like I really do not understand how you can take it so seriously. And, you know, I see that in every kind of corner of the community. I really like showing up to the leather event in, you know, my leather clown outfit, because I normally get a really positive response. And I like that people are like open and receptive to that. And they're like, oh yeah, this is just your version of leather. And it doesn't have to be anything that anybody else decided it is for you. You know, like I really love seeing more and more of the community embracing their uniqueness and enjoying that together and celebrating that about each other. So I think it's all, what I'm doing with a red nose is the same thing that like puppies are doing with pup hood.
One, how do you have fucking time?
Well, I tell you what, I'm medicated, and that is really, I mean, God, can't recommend it enough. But honestly, it's more like that I make commitments and I kind of say yes to everything, and then people, hold me to them. I'm very fortunate now that I'm able to have some help. I have a horrible habit of saying yes to everything and then hoping it all just works out. But
Mood.
yeah,
I think we can both relate.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just like more and more excited to do stuff because I never thought that people would be like, I don't know. I never thought there'd be a positive reception to any of this. So I just keep being like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't know.
I might actually have a contact to help you out with that.
Is it the studio that I'm filming with?
No, it's somebody that I interviewed a while ago. He won the superhero contest at Darklands.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah, no, I know.
2023.
Yeah. We're doing.
Oh, it's so lovely.
Oh,
He's-
he is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him. Because
And really into the gunge.
I think he was superhero in 2022, was it? Or 23?
23.
Oh,
23.
wait. We're not thinking of the same person then. I'm thinking
The
of
Scottish one.
25.
No, he's not
Oh,
Scottish. He's not
no.
Scottish. No, he's
No.
not.
No, it's not.
He's Dutch.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm thinking of a different one.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
we're
of a
all
different
thinking
one.
about different ones.
Yeah, no, he's Dutch.
Hey,
Hold on.
isn't it beautiful that
I know the
the
Dutch
community
one.
has expanded to the point that we all individually had a different superhero fetish person in mind?
I know, that is
Yeah.
kind of cute, actually.
That is quite cute. To be honest, a lot of them are lovely.
I'm going to
I've
plug
met a few
mine
of them.
at Nappin Gunge.
Blaze.
It's a superhero 2025.
So Napping Gunge, you've got Blaze. Yeah,
Yeah,
Blaze is lovely.
superhero Blaze, but he's also supervillain Scorch. He does both.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to do both. Well, okay,
Yeah.
actually, I can't spoil. Wait, can we cut this out?
Can you? No.
Okay, if I
I
spoil
can
it-
put a marker. I can put a marker. Hold on.
yeah.
Edit. Marker added.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay. So they'll just hear your reaction and they'll be like, "Oh my god, I wonder what he said." But so I'm going to be filming with Eye of the Cyclone, and what we're going to do is they were like, we want to do kind of like a, like with wrestling, they want to do kind of like a storyline. So they're like, you're going to start off as like the superhero's sidekick, and you're going to be like, "Oh, gee, mister," and it's going to be like, "Pow, pow, blah, blah, blah," and then you're going to get kidnapped by the demented clown who's going to like brainwash and hypnotize you and turn you into their sidekick, and then you're gonna have the turn as the villain going forward. And
Ooh.
This is the same story in one of the Batman and Robin.
yes,
Yes, it is
Yes.
where
Do that
Robin
to me.
Robin gets turned into the Joker.
yeah, I don't know, I guess
Through
a lot of my kink
drugs
really
competition.
comes from like fear, I guess, because there's a lot of things as a kid that I
Yeah.
didn't understand that kind of creeped me out, and now I think they're so hot, and I just want to be like kidnapped and forcibly transformed and humiliated and laughed at. I really want to do a film where I'm like a toy, like a Ken doll with like lines on my joints and like
Ooh.
have plastic hair and get posed and like just have my brain taken away and get turned into a dildo, that kind of thing.
Pretty sure you're describing a Johnny Rapid from men.com scene that I have 100% seen. Or was it? Yeah, I think it was Johnny Rapid and Paul Cannon.
I mean, it better be as like full on as I just described, because I hate half-arsing it. You Google
Yeah.
fucking clown porn, you want to see male clown porn, you're not going to find any of it. And the little bit of it that exists in the world is like from studios, is they half-arse it so badly. Like the makeup comes off immediately before anything happens, or whatever. And I'm just like, well, what was the point then? It's just a setting. If you want to see women
Yeah, but
doing clown
that's
porn, though, it's
porn.
all over the place.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just
That's
like there's
porn.
this weird double
Storylines are
standard.
shit.
Yeah, but like lean into that and make it silly. This is why I like doing the
I
schlocky
know.
like horror porn. It was so much fun. I filmed with Fleshpot Films. I did like a cannibal one and like a rabies one and like a clown one, and they experimented on me in a basement with like hazmat suits. And I'm like leaning into the schlocky like scenario. That's great. Like if If you're self-aware and it's funny, I have more time for it. I forgot what the question was.
Yeah. No. I don't know if we've added the marker back, but we'll find out.
Oh yeah, I said something really cool, and it's big. So it's not a secret, but I can't really.
It's a huge surprise.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait and see, and when it comes out, you're gonna be like, what'll happen next? And then it'll be like, stay tuned for part 2. Capitalism.
Or is it?
Gotcha.
Is it in 2 parts?
Well, more than 2 because it'll be like an ongoing.
Oh, it's an ongoing series.
Yar.
Oh, that's
Pirate
quite
porn.
cool.
Yar.
Arr.
Whoa, peg leg fisting.
Whoa! Oh my god, I know who would do that with me as well.
Yeah. Things not to suggest. Do not give me ideas because I will bounce them back 100 times worse.
This is the thing though, I gotta go full hog. Like if we're doing pirate porn, we need to get like a little, a little boat, like a little ship set, and we've got to have full costumes for all of the crew, and it's gonna be like peg legs and eye patches and
the plank.
Like,
the
missing
plank.
teeth, the plank getting tied to the mast.
Yeah.
And I need a cutlass and like a missing tooth. I need
Cannonball,
eye
anal beads.
Eye patch.
What else do you need? You need a lot of rope.
You could do what Black
blindfolded with 2 eye patches. Oh yeah.
You could do what Blackbeard did and put gunpowder in a beard and then set it alight.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. Might be a health and safety issue.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe ease up in the pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
you know,
special
special effects.
I love pyrotechnics.
Well,
But it's fireplay.
Yeah.
Be like some sort of fireplay.
You can. Okay. Well, we'll see.
The health and safety officer in me is saying
Have I got too far?
Yeah, the health and safety officer in me is saying absolutely not.
Oh, boo-hoo. Gotta spoil it for everybody.
I'm the one who went too far in this conversation, God.
But to be fair, if it is pirates, the pirates would be like, "Yar, no such thing as health and safety, me hearties."
Right.
Yeah.
And pirates were super gay, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
And they had syphilis. And had syphilis.
Not everybody had syphilis.
Yeah, not everybody.
Calm down.
They did have scurvy, though.
They all had scurvy and scabies. Oh, no. Oh, whatever.
Blackbeard had syphilis. That's why...
Good for her, I guess.
Well, the reason that they think that Blackbeard went crazy is because he had syphilis.
Yeah, but you know what? And so what? A bit of the syphilitic, touch, so fine. What did it do, on the high seas? Makes you blind and insane? Whatever.
I mean, Trump apparently has syphilis, and he's fine, right?
I think I have to go.
I think we have to cut that out. We will get cancelled for that one.
To leave. I think
we'll
I have
get cancelled for that one.
I don't think we'll get cancelled. Although the syphilis community might come after us.
Yeah, but syphilis is very manageable nowadays. But if you look at the past, that it does describe some behaviours, especially in pirates. It's really fascinating. I've watched so many documentaries on pirates.
Fine, we'll make pirate porn. Jeez, God. Okay, everybody write in if you want to see pirate porn. I would so do pirate porn.
I don't know. When you said when you originally said pirate porn, I went and now we're talking about it. I'm like, anal hook. Yeah.
Walking the plank into a gunge pit.
Oh. Now you've lost me.
Maybe we could also
not into the gunge.
I'm just so afraid of it. I'm doing it this weekend in a few days. I'm driving.
It's not as bad as you think.
Actually. Well, I'm hoping it'll be fun.
Yeah.
But we could also have animal role play. We could have a crocodile. It means someone could dress up as a crocodile
and
be in the gunge pit.
A kraken.
Or an octopus. Yeah.
Quincy, you don't get crocodiles in the ocean.
Fine, I'll be a parrot.
No, but in lagoons. It could be in a lagoon. It could be set in a lagoon.
It could be in a swamp. Hey, this is
Irish ships go into lagoons?
Yeah. Have you not seen The Rescuers? That wasn't a pirate ship, but whatever. Oh, come on. God. The Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah.
Underrated sequel. You got to watch both of these. We're getting off topic. What are we talking about?
We are completely off topic, and we are also at 64 minutes. Gonna 69. Have to wrap up this section soon. Otherwise, we're gonna have to skip the deviant.
No,
Listen,
it
you
can
know
be a
what?
3-hour episode. Who
Yeah,
cares?
two-parter.
I
we just
care
put it in
because I
one.
have to order food, so I care.
Yeah, I did make dinner and then just left it, so that's going to be great.
So
69ing
anyway,
sucks. Who's doing that in this day and age? It's just awkward.
So
Anyway.
what I was going to ask is, what is it to actually live openly? Now, I thought it was going to be a bit of a really heartfelt discussion, but I think we've just had an example of what it is to live life openly.
Like live with
If
my
that
butt open?
No, like God, and I live open, just having these discussions, just like being free, like. What
It's
is
mental.
it?
It's completely mental. Well, because
I
also
know, yeah.
I turned 30 and I was like, my goal before I turn 30 is to be brave enough to like tell my friends, like to show my vanilla friends my Instagram. And when I did, they were all like, yeah, and but like, you think this
Yeah.
is the most interesting part of you? And I was like, damn, okay. So yeah, no, it's wild. Like I never thought it was remotely possible. And I also thought that people who said stuff like this were not lying. I just thought like, oh, well, you have it so easy. I have a clown fetish. Like, explain that to anyone. And I'm like, if I can do it, you can absolutely do it. What? Because also everybody thinks their thing is the most embarrassing. It's funny to me to hear pups talk about how difficult it was for them to accept that part of themselves when I grew up looking at pups being like, God, I wish I was into something as normal as that. You know, like I got into like ABDL because I thought that was like what the cool kids were doing. And I was like, oh, snap. That's like kind of adjacent enough to what I'm doing. I can see how that's fun. Meanwhile, the ABDLs are like, what? This has been like my shameful secret my whole life. And I'm like, dude, I have sex dressed as a clown. That's nothing. So like everybody thinks their thing is the
big bad.
most terrible. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, your thing is really not that crazy. Like, you know, not to be like, you're not that special, but you're not, like, and that's great. We're all weird, wacky, wonderful, and unique in our own ways, and no one is more or less than each other. Just because you don't see people like you being vocal or being, you know, open online, that doesn't mean that they don't exist, and it doesn't mean that people are going to react negatively to you doing it, because you can do it. You might think like, oh, I don't want to have to be that person, because I felt that way. I was like, what am I going to have to do? Make my own porn? Well, no, that's not for everybody. But I'm glad
But you did.
but I did. And I'm glad that I actually now want to make my own porn. And, you know, I love doing it. So, and that just helps inspire other people to do it. Like I get so excited when I see other people doing what I do, because it's like, yeah, I want more of this in the world. There should be more of this. And it's kind of the same way that like, if you build it, people will come. If I can make a clown fetish event a thing, you can absolutely make your, you know, Musk night a thing, or you can
Pajama
make
party.
your pajama party. You can totally make it a thing. Whatever it is, like there is always going to be someone who is either into it or so up for it, and you have the power to start that change. And it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be successful. It doesn't have to be for anything other than your own enjoyment. If you literally book a table at a local pub or, you know, whatever you have, wherever you are, and it's just a little meetup and 4 people come, congratulations, you have created something. You've created a little event. And from there, it can grow. Our Mr. International... Nope. Mr. Europe leather? Pick whichever one I said is correct. Jamie is it
Mr. Leather Europe, Jamie.
Mr. Leather Europe, thank you. Just use that soundbite. Jamie said something like, he did a little video where he said something similar, and I was like, and seeing the way that he does these little videos and goes live on Instagram and that kind of thing, I think it's really cool to see how a title holder treats their year very differently to the previous one. And that doesn't mean you have to be traveling to every event all over the world. You know, that's not a requirement if that's, you know, if you have a job where you just can't do that, or, you know, you don't have to be as vocal online if that's just not your thing or whatever it is. Yeah. But one of the videos that he was doing was basically that exact sentiment of whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. And if that is literally just getting, a few people together, yeah, then congratulations, you've created something. And it doesn't have to last forever. It doesn't have to meet anybody else's metric of success or expectation, but just build it and people will come. You will find community. You will find people that you connect with, even if it's not immediate. Yeah. The question was, what was it like to live openly? It's like that. I cannot believe my life. Yeah, it is fabulous. Like, it really is. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm so excited to live my life. And listen, I'm someone who was very fucking depressed and miserable and hated just so many aspects of my life and felt so crushingly like I never, ever, ever thought I would wake up every day and love my life and be like, fuck yeah, I can't believe I'm doing this thing. So, like, if I can change my life in that way, I promise you can too.
I was gonna do some alliteration. I was gonna say,
go for it.
Living life openly is weird, wacky, and wild.
Yeah,
that's really sweet.
I know.
I think we both just thought it'd be funny to give you no applause.
I think I also slightly threw up in my mouth saying it, but that's fine.
It was a bit live, laugh, love, but I like it.
Yeah.
And it's true. It is. It's wild, wacky, and like wonderful.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
it's great. Try it. Try it for a day. Give yourself a fake name. Go to the, I don't know, whatever queer venue you have near you and try it out. Just try being you for an evening. Even if that means like putting on a mask to do it or dressing up. Dress up as a clown. Go be yourself. Whatever it is, like, experiment with it because start doing it. And that confidence and that happiness is so infectious. You can tell, I feel, when somebody is really not that they're not comfortable in their own skin, but they are really conscious of trying to come across a certain way. And I find that the people who are genuinely just loving getting to be themselves, genuinely just confidently enjoying themselves, that is so infectious and so like it really radiates off a person. And that's the person I always wanted to be and felt like I would never, ever, ever be that person. So you just kind of start by doing it. The only way to get confident is to be confident. That was some of the best advice I was ever given. And, it is kind of a fake it till you make it mentality. But yeah, I mean, you just have to decide one day, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this one little thing. And then it builds from there.
It's a lot about self-acceptance, and you're a big advocate for self-acceptance. It's about allowing yourself to do it and allowing yourself to do it. It's so hard sometimes. You put your own barriers in front of yourself. It's not that you put it on other people sometimes and you say, oh, well, it's because of this or it's because of that or it's because of society. Well, actually, no, you're interpreting that. You're interpreting what you're seeing and what you're all the visuals and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And you're putting those barriers in front of you.
For sure.
Yeah.
The number of times
once you start crashing them down, it's better.
Sorry. Yeah. No, I was just going to say the number of times where like in the before times, my vanilla life, where like I didn't go out because I didn't think I looked like, I don't know, good enough. Or like I didn't think I was going to be fun enough or, do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for you because it really is, it changes everything. I mean, my mentality was so punitive. Like I really thought like, I used to be really mean to myself. Like I used to really put myself down and I used to go, oh yeah, well that's not going to work because this. Oh yeah, well people are going to think this. People are going to say that. It was like, well, actually, I don't know if they were going to do that because I never gave them a chance because I had already decided. And that was really hard to confront as well. Like, listen, can't recommend therapy enough. Years of it and still working on a lot of stuff. But I did learn that the only way to ensure I will not achieve the things I want to achieve or try the things I want to try was to beat myself up for not doing it or beat myself up for not doing it well enough and accepting that everything in life is messy and imperfect and there is always an element that you cannot control, and it's better to do something than nothing. I always felt like if my output wasn't going to be perfect, then there was no point in starting. And then I'd be like, wow, I haven't achieved anything because I didn't feel like it was even worth starting, and my life is over and I'm not even, 25. That was my mentality. And reframing it as like, well, better to start something, better to do something rather than nothing, better to like have a half-assed product, whatever that is, post something silly, write something, create something, do something that feels good, do something that's fun, whatever it is. Start an event, see if it takes off. It doesn't have to. Whatever you want to do, you can do. It doesn't have to be perfect. The only thing stopping you from doing it is that you haven't already.
I was about to say it's better to have tried and better to have tried and then never tried at all. So I'll get it out
and
eventually.
Failure is great. Like, honestly, failure is the only way you get better at anything. And if you're not like looking back and kind of being like, oh God, embarrassed by like, where you used to be, then that's just the mark that you're like moving in the direction you want to move in. So don't be afraid of that. I'm really keen on welcoming being messy and failing and getting it wrong and then trying again, because it's what so much of life is all about. And it applies, obviously not just to kink, but like the fear of failing or the fear of looking stupid has held me back from so much. And actually being stupid and looking stupid has allowed me to achieve so much. So stop being afraid of looking stupid and just go to the kink event looking like a twat. It doesn't matter. Go have fun.
It's taken me a long while, and I even go back into it, is that I always try to look at failure as growth, that it's not failure, it's growth. I've never failed. I'm just constantly growing. I had some people be quite, I don't think they were trying to be negative, but they were negative in my mind about me starting this podcast with Dax. They were like, well, you can never do anything. You always fail. You never get anything done. And I've tried a lot in my life. I've tried events and they've worked, but sometimes they don't continue. There's things that happen, life happens, they don't continue, but I grew from them. I spoke to my partner last night and they were like, oh, I can't get anything to work. I feel like I'm failing. And I went, it's taken me a long time of failing and picking myself up to get where I am now. I trained as a scientist, God knows how many years ago. Now I'm doing accounting, design, graphic design, podcast, public writing, educational stuff. I never started that. I didn't train as that. I learned by failing. And everyone who keeps saying, I was just going to get emotional. But everyone who keeps saying I'm failing, I just want to tell them to fuck off, because at least I fucking tried. And
you totally should tell them to fuck off, because I can't get you to slow down with this damn podcast.
Well, also, but like, and then turn around and be like, well, what have you done? Because
literally,
you're proud of the things that you've done. And also, like, the podcast doesn't have to, again, it doesn't have to meet this measure. It doesn't have to work. Because also, don't forget that, like, you don't have to move in just one direction. Sometimes failing does mean you go backwards, or it means you go, oh, right, what I learned from this was that this is not the direction I want to grow in. And so you actually kind of go sideways and you grow in a different way. So I just think failure is key to pretty much everything we do in life. And I think also the people who will often, I think it comes from, it's sort of well-meaning, but it ultimately is kind of rooted from something more deep-seated in people, where they're like, oh yeah, but this can happen. Oh, are you sure you want to do that? Well, blah, blah, blah. I think that also comes from a thing of like, oh, but I didn't achieve the thing that I wanted to do because I let myself get in the way. Yeah. And it's like, it's so easy to then put that on somebody else without realizing. But like learning, I think part of growing up and being an adult and realizing what life is really all about is learning that you can do all these things. And if you are the only thing stopping you, then you just need to get out of your way.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like when it comes to failures and things, it's not easy. I took part in a game jam. It was 2 weeks long. You have to make a video game in 2 weeks, and it sounds insane. And I was convinced I could do it. I did, in fact, not do it. But it was because I tried to go too broad. But I know for the next one that I can absolutely do it. I just need to keep the scope smaller and try it again. So I'm looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah, did you?
I had a lot of fun.
There you go.
It was stressful, but only because I made it stressful. Like,
Yeah, but you learn project managing skills.
Oh yeah,
through it. You learned different techniques. You learned different coding. You got a greater support network because you met all these amazing individuals that you're doing the game jam with.
Absolutely.
I like because you messaged me about it, and I was like, you didn't fail. You learned.
Yeah.
You did so well at that, and to even get something. Do you mean it might not be a fully formed game, but you got stuff out of it, and that's succeeding.
And like the best thing about it is that there's now people messaging me saying, when are you going to have it finished? Because they want to play it. And it's like, well, now I need to finish it. So like, obviously I haven't finished it in the timeline, but it's something I will come back to when I have the skills to complete it to the full scope that I originally intended, which definitely would take a lot more than 12 days.
Yeah. But that's also the support network you want, isn't it?
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
The support network of, go on, keep going. Or I'm here, just talk to me, or no, you didn't fail. You learnt all this. And allowing that space for growth. And I don't think we do that enough. I think especially British people is that we don't allow that space for growth. We're all very much like you either pass or you fail. And that's how we've grown up. Yeah. We grow up with tests where it's pass or fail. Yeah. It's not, you've learned this or you've done this.
Yeah. And like, especially in the UK, like really narrowing your skill set to be like, well, by the time you leave school, you've got to have these few things that you're very, very good at, instead of going out into the world and being like, what would you like to learn to do?
Yeah, literally.
Or being a jack of all trades. Do you mean?
Or being a jack in the box. Like, I just
Jack in the box, yeah.
I just want to be, that would be hot.
That would be hot.
Oh, God.
But it's how I recently got my new job. Literally, they went, you can do all this. We need someone who can apply themselves to any task we have, because we have such varied tasks come in. And we want someone who's a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Schools don't teach that. Schools don't teach you to be adaptable and be able to do multiple things. They just want you to do one thing, succeed very well, get a very high score in it so it looks good on them. And that's not how the world works. So anyway, we'll go off the pressing topic.
This has been
it's not
therapy.
Depressing.
You're welcome, everyone.
Comment down below if there's anything that you would like to talk about with failure and growth. No, we're going to finish on this little chatty little bit before we go on the Deviant download with a really fun question that I like to try and ask all our guests is, have you ever been caught engaging in your kink or fetish?
I have.
Whoa.
Oh,
shocker.
Whoa. Oh, that like
scandal.
That went like, whoa, that went like, that was visceral. Yeah, no, I remember when I was a kid, I like dressed up as a clown with just whatever I had like on my own, and our like lodger saw me and I was mortified. And obviously like, who cares? But like, to me, that was, that was so deep-seated embarrassment. Oh, and when I was a student, oh my God, I used to, obviously I have quite elaborate wanks, right? Like at my student house, I was in the front room, like looking onto the road, and I had the house to myself. And so for some fucking I was like, I'm going to clown up. I'm going to, I don't know, pie myself in the face. I'm going to do all this stupid shit. And I put the latch on the front door to feel, I don't know, safe. And my housemate came back and was like, like knocking on the window, like, can you open the door? And I was like, fuck. because I didn't have time to like wipe my makeup off. And he was like, you know, if you're having a wank, why is it taking so long? Like, just come and open the door and then you can get back to it. And I was like, hold on. And I like unlatched it and then ran back in. Yeah. Although I know people who had way more like embarrassing ones, like their clown's Facebook was leaked and stuff. And it turned out that that was the worst thing I could ever imagine happening to me. Turned out that that did not ruin their life in any way. So, yeah. Well, because like, who cares? And like, anybody who is going to care is not somebody that needs to be in your life.
No. And it's the same. It's not far off the topic we just talked about. Like, stuff going wrong can actually be the best, actually something going right. Yeah, if you just look at it a different way, actually sometimes
or just give it time.
Allows you to be more open. Yeah, give it time. It allows you to be more open. It allows you to change your perspective on things. So, yeah, there we go. You've been caught twice, probably more times.
Well, now I get caught, you know, for a living. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever done a big net? You know, like the old sort of.
Well, yeah, it was this horror porn we did. They caught me in a big, you know, those things that go around your neck, those like big dog.
Yeah,
like
the
yeah. They caught me with one of them. So yeah, kind of did, not a net, but yeah, kind of did that.
Yeah. So we're now gonna go for a piss break. Because Quincy needs a piss break. And let's get wet and messy.
I'm going to do a huge piss. Just for all the perverts like listening. I pee like a fucking horse and it's like ready.
Oh, I can't take my mic outside. So I let down all the individuals. I did get asked.
They got to pay for that shit.
Well, I did get asked. Someone said, did you leave my pissing in a previous episode? And I said, sorry, we stopped the recording, and they got very disappointed. So
we did.
Well, I mean, I could record it and send the recording to you. That just sounds like a whole faff.
We'll do an episode on water sports. We'll do an episode on water sports, and we'll get multiple people in, and we'll just get everyone to piss.
Just an hour of pissing. Actually, you could do like a really calming, like ASMR.
Yeah, that's not just for my own enjoyment. That is for the viewers. That was requested, I think, somewhere. Cool. Maybe.
I'll piss.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll piss. If you want to hear me piss or see me piss or just watch me piss, I'll piss.
Anyway, have we paused it now, Dax?
What do you mean you want to fuck dead people?
For fuck's sake, twice.
Oh, God.
Shocking.
Oh. What were we talking about on the break? What was it? Dead Boy Detectives.
Say that. You said
Dead Boy Detectives.
Dead Boy Detectives. Oh,
yeah. You said you wanted to fuck
Yeah.
dead people, and I'm here to call you out for it. What's that about?
Dead Boy Detectives. It's a show on Netflix. It got cancelled, unfortunately, but
I know, why?
It's a Neil Gaiman story. So if you like the gay sexual tension of Good Omens, by God, is the sexual tension in Dead Boy Detectives a lot bigger.
It's so much better.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And also just everything, the way it's the setting, the scenery, the special effects, everything is just beautiful in it.
It's got talking cats.
It's talking cats.
Oh,
yeah.
Now I'm listening.
Yeah. And there's a cat king who can shapeshift from cat into a man. And by God, he can do anything he wants to me. Yeah.
Cat Daddy.
Sorry for the Voldemort laugh. That was very Voldemort. Yeah.
We've just been cancelled because we talked about Harry Potter now.
Fuck.
Anyway.
Fuck. No, we can't talk about art. Absolutely not. Shit.
No. Before we get to Demon Download, I forgot we've got some questions from a viewer.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh. So I'm going to start off with Dax. It's not really a question.
Wait, people view your podcast? I thought they listened.
Wow. Oh, I mean, well, yeah. You've got a point there.
A listener, one of our listeners.
One of our listeners. Okay.
Yeah. So not really a question, more of a statement. Wow. I kind of want Dax to call me a dirty faggot now.
Ooh, okay. So everyone's looking for Dommy Dax. Okay.
Dommy Dax.
do we have a username for them?
No, well, yes, but no. we might be inviting them on a podcast later on one of our episodes. So I might
Ooh,
hold back
okay.
the name. I'll let you know when we do the episode.
Okay, because I was gonna say their name and then what they want me to say. That's kind of what I was gonna go for.
Oh, okay. There we go. It's Dash.
Dash. Hey, Dash. Are you gonna be a good little faggot for me? What a good little faggot. There we go.
There we go. ASMR done.
Yeah.
We're going to talk.
What if the answer is no, but I'm just going to string you along?
Quincy, you're too loud to do ASMR. Fair.
I just love them. I love them.
You got to stop putting your mouth around the mic, though. That's
but it's so phallic. It looks like I've been barren for too long.
God,
no.
Mine's
Anyway.
is chunky.
Yeah, mine's sort of like a mushroom.
Oh, we're not going to mushrooms again. God.
Could I fit it in my mouth?
Mushroom porn.
I probably could fit it in my mouth, but it'd be very loud, so I'm not going to do that.
Maybe not, Dax. Maybe not.
Where else can you fit it?
Anyway, let's get
In
on
my
to the
ass.
Deviant. Oh. I'm trying to get on to the Deviant download, Dax. It's my favourite part of the episode. Oh. And cue the jingle. I'll give it up. Cue the jingle. Yeah, exactly. So, the Deviant download is a little segment that we do here where we talk about an educational topic and then we try to break it down into a nice little carousel on TikTok and Instagram. I say little, it's no longer little, it seems huge and it's a lot of work, but we love it. Yeah, I'm joking. I do enjoy it. So, this episode, we're talking about clown fetish, the fears, the masks, what turns people on. We've got an amazing guest, as you already have heard, who knows all about clown fetish.
Stop.
I do hope so.
No, I have no idea. No.
I have no fucking clue.
I've
So, I just want to start. I normally start off with just give a definition. Like, how would you explain it in the most simplest terms? What is clown fetish?
I mean, exactly what it sounds like. It's getting off on the aesthetics of a clown. And also, I guess, like the behavior, right? Like the being silly and the freedom of inhibition.
Yeah. So
that was a good soundbite, right?
Yeah. Great soundbite. So I tried to describe stuff in being a kink or fetish. So fetish, sort of what we wear, attraction to a item, body part, clothing, and then kink is more the action. But clown it's clown kink, clown fetish. It's sort of a mix between the two, isn't it? Because it's what you look like, but then it's also some characteristics of being a clown. So the honking of the nose, some of the actions. So it could come under either or, really, couldn't it?
Well, and also, like, it's very, I mean, I guess, like, everything is different for everybody. Like, I have an aesthetic in my head that is really baked in, like, the big red nose, big shoes, that is, to me, like, the sexiest look. But then also it's the confidence to wear that. Like, anybody confidently being like, yeah, I'll wear a red nose is the sexiest thing to me. And it is just, like, I'll immediately be like, oh.
And go and honk it.
Yeah, I'll do anything. It's very easy to get me to do whatever you want if you put a clown nose on. But then also, like, for a lot of people, it's based in humiliation or transformation or even fear play. So, yeah, I think it's a lot of different things. I also think there is a real connection between fear and kink. And I think a lot of people, the clown is it can be kind of off-putting, or you don't know what they're going to do. They're unpredictable. You can't really read their face under the emotion that they're highlighting on their face. And so I can see how it can go either way to being kind of avoidant or fascinated, which is what it turned into. I think I was scared of clowns as a kid, but it kind of just turned into like obsessive fascination, because I also envied like the class clown's ability to just not be embarrassed. And I was always embarrassed as a kid.
It's claustrophobia, isn't it? The fear of clowns.
Yeah.
So, and it's like that. There's a weird link where a lot of fears or sometimes trauma that we come under growing up as an adolescent and as a child ends up forming into a kink later in life. Not all. And I think there's sometimes this not oversimplification of, if you like this, you must have been traumatized by this as a kid. I don't agree to that totally, but I do think it does have an influence, because everything that we do growing up really does have an impact on our lives. So
yeah, for sure.
And so that may be a part of it. Obviously, you said also there's that idea, a lot of clown makeup, face paint. It's like a mask, isn't it, really? For some people, it's that hiding behind a mask.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a few different things to it. Like, I think kink is so much more than just one thing, and trauma is for sure one of those things. What's been really interesting for me is being able to help people who are scared of clowns, because they've recontextualized it as something sexy or fun to try. And kink is a great way to explore things, as we've discussed, that like are maybe frightening to you, and to recontextualize them in a safe way, in a playful way, and get to experience them. But I would also say, like, in general, the clown as an archetype, as a character, it is this like this disruptor, and every culture seems to require this, this character that breaks all the rules and everything is topsy-turvy, and it's this kind of release to all of the order. It's the chaos to all of the order of society. And so it makes a lot of sense to me that there's kind of an inherent sexual element to that, especially if you think about sex being taboo, or the freedom to just be silly in pleasure seeking, or especially something where you oftentimes people are self-conscious, or want to feel like they're quote unquote doing it right, or looking their best, or whatever it is to make you feel like you're being attractive. And actually the clown kind of throws all of that out, and I think that inversion is inherently very exciting and sexy.
Yeah, I wrote down some theories just I did a bit of research and have theories, and you've covered quite a lot of them that I was going to go through, which is amazing. It makes my job so much easier.
I've thought about this a lot.
Yeah. I first theory I had was fear and thrill is the adrenaline, and there's some papers on that sometimes the brain mislabels that fear and adrenaline as attraction. And supposedly there was a study where men on a scary bridge found women more attractive than men on a safe bridge.
Oh.
So where this adrenaline, the kicking of adrenaline, can sometimes be mislabeled as pleasure. You get your heart racing, your blood pressure goes up, your blood flows.
I actually saw this in action at my first foursome, because my whole sexuality is so bloody honky honk. It never occurred to me just like have my dick out, and I ended up with my dick out. And this guy, he was quite drunk, but he came up to me and he was like, "Hey man, can I touch your dick?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he was like, "I'm really scared of clowns, but I really like your dick." Like, oh. And he was like looking at my face like, oh, and then looking at my dick like, oh. And it was like watching like these synapses like suddenly go like, zing, where he was like, whoa, this is really like exciting, because there was kind of like a frightening element to it. And it
got its adrenaline going.
Yeah.
So it got him even more excited.
Yeah. It was really cool. Like, it was cool.
Yeah, and also the thing with clowns is that you can be scary and fun at the same time. So it can create this sort of safe space with this fun, energetic, playable, but you can also have this real fear kink involved if that's what you enjoy, or you have got that fear. So you can have sort of a safe space while also having that adrenaline kick in. So it really aids to that fear and thrill, because there's a lot of ideas that if you're in a safe space, but you come under sort of like the pain can then become pleasure. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Only if you feel safe. So you sort of work on those two sort of ideas.
Well, it's like the autonomic nervous system when it comes to impact play, and it's the same thing where, like, I mean, horror clown is like not my aesthetic, but you can totally play with that. That's completely valid. But I do actually in many ways incorporate things that people probably would find quite scary about clowns, where I really like forced play, and I like the idea of forcible transformation and humiliation and, you know, being messed with by a crowd of jeering, horny clowns. Like, that to me is very hot, and actually in a way that could be quite terrifying for a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, the other theory I had was the disinhibition. You know, the anything goes that you were talking about. Do you mean where you put this thing that you wouldn't really put in a sexual space? Do you mean you always think it's funny and everyone thinks sex is serious, baby making? Do you mean that's how we're brought up societally? Yeah. And then you just put a clown in it. Yeah, everything goes out the window. Everything, all the societal rules are broken, societal conventions are broken, and it just sort of, this shameful seriousness, judgmentalness just goes out the window, and you've got permission to be silly. You've got permission to things go wrong.
But yeah, that this idea that like bringing a little element of clown play into sex in general, into other types of play. It doesn't have to be costumes and you know, silliness necessarily, but just this element of accepting that things can go wrong and allowing it to happen. Don't be afraid of, like, if something quote unquote goes wrong, have the ability to laugh at it. Have the ability to be like, that's okay, and then you can move on. You know, sidestepping things that you think are awkward is just going to make your scene feel more awkward, and you're going to have so much more fun connecting with someone over something like that if you get to kind of share a laugh in it. So I think that's a really powerful tool to overcoming sexual anxiety, is just being able to laugh at the thing going wrong.
And then things go wrong, shit happens.
Literally,
hey, shit happens.
Hey, quote me on it. Cleaning out is dumb. Like, like shit happens, and when shit happens, you gotta laugh at it and move through it.
Yeah.
With shower off, go and have sex in the shower. Do you mean? You just move on, sidestep, take a moment for yourself, and just play with it. Just
do what you need
on.
to do. Take a sec, and then you can engage and have more fun. Like, it's only meant to be fun.
Yeah, and it also plays into a lot of kinks, and obviously Dax's puppy, I handle a puppy as well, and a lot about that is about escapism and moving away from day-to-day life, and having this sort of silliness and unserious fun can actually allow you to enjoy the escapism, actually allow you to progress into this escapism, because you're taken away from the pressures of this seriousness that you have to do this, you have to get this deadline done, and actually no, I'm now allowed to laugh, I'm a clown. Let me laugh. Do you mean?
I'm allowed to be silly.
Escape.
Yeah. And you can't take me seriously because I can't take myself seriously right now. I think that the power of like a puphood for me is condensed into a clown nose. It's very much like that's my armor, where I'm like, well, you can't ignore this thing that's on my face, and immediately it changes the whole mood. It changes like the whole energy, and it allows me to be bouncy and silly like a puppy, basically.
Yeah. And it really, that's that nice link between them. And I think for me, I would say this is why it's booming so much with the queer community, is this ability to go against societal values. We're very, I think the King Fetish community quite radical. Do you mean? We don't really fit in with societal values. We don't always agree with them, and we work outside of them. And anything that allows us to do that, or we can enjoy when doing that, really connects with people. That makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's also why you see so much of clown aesthetic in a lot of drag and a lot of performance art. And I think it's gaining a lot of traction in a lot of subcultures, even outside of kink. So it makes sense to me that, you know, it's the cultural opinion on it generally is kind of changing, but yeah, it's still very exciting for me to see. Well, I also think, not to be like such a downer, but in society right now, we kind of need clowns. Like, it's such a, when I say it's a necessary like societal character, it is this tool, right? Like people need, they need bread in circuses, they need like to be able to laugh, they need entertainment, they need to, especially as the world becomes more and more absurd and we're all sort of recognizing it, being able to laugh in the face of absurdity is how you come to deal with it. So yeah.
To be honest, it leans so much well into my third point. It's master transformation and most importantly, power.
Yeah.
In the changing your appearance, going into this different persona and just being something different sometimes gives you that permission or that protection, because you've got the clown nose on. That's your protection. You've talked about that already. But it also gives you permission to do stuff and sometimes make those harder jokes or make that jab. Do you mean? It's not me, it's the clown.
Yeah. Or guess what? Fail. It's such an invitation to falling over, being stupid, looking stupid, being laughed at, and it's okay.
And to be honest, it also, you get the switch, is that if a dominant clown. Do you mean? It's just that total mind flip that also is really interesting.
It also makes sense, yeah.
Is that, is usually the fool, usually the laughed, is one who's laughed at. I mean, the clown is always the butt of the joke, and now is the one that's dominating you.
Which
you mean
can
it's
be
that
so
power
hot.
play?
Yeah, totally. Like it can be so hot in the sense of, wow, I'm like beneath the clown.
Yeah.
But then also, like, not just in terms of social hierarchy, clowning as an art form lends itself to power play because traditionally there is like the higher status and the lower status clown. There's like the smart clown and the dumb clown. There's the one that's the butt of the joke, and then there's the one who's kind of like more of the trickster. And so you can, it doesn't have to be just sort of like ringleader and clown, or like, clown messing with you or whatever it is. You can actually have clowns playing together where you kind of have boss clown and then the stooges, and those roles can also at any time reverse, and the stooges can get revenge on the boss. And, it really lends itself to power play, I feel.
And to be honest, it's a personal bit here. Quincy actually came from Quinn, like a Quinn, a jokester. Do you mean that sort of thing? And like Harley Quinn. Does that make sense?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's how I chose my name. And I sort of changed my name so then I knew that I had permission to laugh at myself, but also to make the jokes, to go, okay, I have permission to do what I want to do. Does that make sense? And I think there's a lot of power in that, in being able to laugh at yourself and make the jokes and be able to empower yourself to be proud.
And again, it's the source of like my pride, but it's like, it's such a welcoming thing. When somebody is able to laugh at themselves, it really lets everyone around you put their guard down. And I think it is powerful in that way. Like, you are also sharing that power with the people around you because they know it's safe to, to be the butt of the joke for a second and be embarrassed, or to make the joke and, you're in on it with them. And yeah, I think it's such a powerful thing to have.
Definitely. That was my three theories. That's my three theories of clown fetishism. I don't know if I hit the nail on the head or
you kind of nailed it. Like, it's everything that I like as a non, fetish academic have theorized about. Although I will say I'm going to be collaborating on an academic paper on this topic.
Oh, really?
Shortly. Yeah.
Who with?
Obviously just in a consulting capacity. Dr. Liam Wignall.
No, I love Dr. Liam Wignall.
Yeah, who wrote
I love his work.
Thinking in the Digital Age, and did a really, really interesting talk on the prevalence of neurodiversity in kink and
he did an excellent paper on it. And
it's like such a genuine interest because he's in the community, right? Like it's, that it's somebody who really cares, and also like all of this stuff is under research. Like all of this stuff is, we need a lot more academics touching on these, which is also why the Bishopsgate Institute in London have been curating this amazing fetish archive called
Yes.
Fetish Unlimited. It's very, very, very cool, and worth checking out.
Yep, definitely. I've donated stuff to the Bishopgate, and they keep asking me to donate more.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm not sure if I am ready to let it go yet, but
Yeah.
we will find out one day if I donate it. It just sits in my wardrobe, but every time I'm like, oh, I should donate this, and then I take it out and I go, I can't. So some of it's in boxes, but I just can't let it go. I'm just a hoarder. I'm a hoarder. It's here. I'm a hoarder. But just finishing off with the clown fetishism, it also works with other kinks and fetishes. We talked about wet and messy, so the pies and stuff. Do you want to just explain a bit more about wet and messy and how that links?
Yeah, I mean, it's why I'm doing this gun shoot on the weekend, because, you know, the sort of game show element of being sploshed really just kind of goes with the comedy of the clown. And I do play with pies. At my event, we have like a pie booth. It's all shaving foam only because, you know, it's easy to clean and not like a hazard. But pies in the face is such a classic clown gag that's always kind of been involved in my play, even if the sensation of being wet and messy is something I don't enjoy. Like a pillowy, fluffy pie to the face is quite different. And of course, like, there's a lot of people who are just into pies in the face, or being gunged, or being messy, or even going further and incorporating that into like food play. And so, yeah, I that's why I ended up on UMD, because there were a lot of people who were like into pies and found that, like, oh, you're into clowns? Well, I'm into pies. You can dress me up as a clown if I can pie you in the face. And then they both kind of got into each other's kinks a bit more. And yeah,
yes,
intrinsically.
And then you've also got the costume. You've said you've got a leather clown outfit. You obviously can do spandex, latex, all sorts, can't you?
I've got a latex one. I've got a rubber one. Those are the same thing.
Nice.
And most of it fixates around a red nose. It doesn't always have to, but a lot of it's about the nose, is it? Or
for me, yeah, I think it's because it's such a focal point. You can't ignore it. You can always see it because it's in your peripheral vision wherever you look, and nobody else can ignore it. And it's such a big, like, haha, you're a clown. It's such a like signifier, even if you don't have anything else on. I mean, the clown nose is described as the world's smallest mask. So it's in that way like very powerful. As soon as it goes on, it's on your face, and you are the clown now. Yeah, I was doing a strip show once. It was a private party, and on the way I realized I forgot my noses. And I also had planned to just wear my nose. I didn't bring like full makeup. So I was like, fuck, I have nothing. So I stopped off and just bought some lipstick at MAC and just gave myself a little red nose, which actually worked. It looks good in the photos, but yeah.
As someone who chose their name from Harlequin, I love my history. I find it quite fascinating, but it's inversion of figures. It's always been about disrupting power and order through humour. Yeah, and it's still disrupting order and societal values. Like kinks, this perceived as this dark, you know what I mean, in the basement sort of grungy sort of thing, and then you're just there in bright, colourful outfits, big red nose, big shoes, whatever.
For the time that I'm in there, being loud and colourful and honking, I'm a conversation starter for the people who are just like standing by the wall, not talking to one another. And then they go, did you see that clown? And then they end up, you know, playing.
Like you said, you have that conversation. Did you see that clown? Why not? Do you mean it allows us to actually question what we're doing and start learning and discuss with each other and grow, which I feel sometimes we can become stagnant in what we do.
Well, yeah, because kink, I feel like it can't ever become stagnant, because as soon as it does, somebody's going to come along and throw a new wrench in. And I'm really glad that, yeah, I'm kind of...
You're the disruption.
Yeah, doing that right now.
And we're queer, we like causing disruption.
Right?
Yep. Absolutely.
We fucking love it. Anything else you want to add on this Deviant download? I know I might have chatted and tried to ask a lot of questions going, is it this? Is it not?
Ultimately, I think it's really fun to question these things, but I also think there is only so much like self-interrogation you can do. Sometimes you won't have an answer, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, we all like what we like, and it's okay. Yeah, nose on, brain off.
Tell me about it. I'm happy that Dax. Is there anything you would like to add? Is there anything you would like to ask?
No, I think he's covered everything that I would have asked.
Anyway, yeah. So Dax, I'm going to finish off before I go into a spiel about focusing on education and why education's so interesting, and I'll let you go to Deviant Duo. That's the fucking podcast.
All right,
Dax's dice.
you could finish me off first, but yeah.
Ooh,
Hey. So roll it on it, share it. Roll it on it, share it. The dice don't judge, and neither do we. Barney, are you feeling lucky today?
I feel lucky every moment of every day. Let's do this.
Oh, that's so
lucky.
cute.
Lucky.
No, okay. Rolling and ooh, an 8.
Nah, I don't believe you.
I mean, I can send a screenshot.
I don't know what an 8 means.
An 8. So
I take-
that
Look at my
is.
penis.
Ooh, I mean, if you want. Who or what has influenced your journey the most? I think that's a good one.
That's a really good one. I love
I think
that.
it's a really good one. It's very topical as well.
Fuck. I can't share all of it, but I'm going to share a really fun tidbit with the two of you, and then
Okay.
we'll cut it out, and then everyone will be like, "What? What did they say?" No, but I've had a lot of influences. One of which is like somebody in the scene that I saw growing up, and am very lucky to call a friend today, who is the bit we'll cut out. But I was massively influenced by the Ringling Brothers circus in America and that like aesthetic, which is like, yeah, that like big shoes, big nose, but really kind of fun style of clown. I'm trying to think like what else was I really influenced by? Trauma. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the cool thing, which unfortunately I cannot like share with people. But
Hold on. If you're about to say it, let me just.
yes, cut this bit out. Okay.
Okay,
so-
I've marked.
Okay.
So
Okay. Actually, you can keep in like this much. I want you to Google clown.
What,
one
now?
second.
Oh, God. Making us do work now. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
So like one of the first things should be the Wikipedia page. If you just click on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do the same to make sure that it's all still correct. Yes, it is. Cool. So this is the part I can't share. That image, you see the clown sitting on the chair with the upside down book?
Yeah.
So that's my daddy clown.
Oh.
He is not a professional clown. He is a clown fetishist his like kink is like looking like the perfect clown and looking like really authentic like circus clown. He's actually really into like pies and mess and stuff, and now he has a really big beard. He's really muscly. He does like military gear stuff as well, so like people in the scene know him for like other stuff, but this is his main thing. And he also happens to have the largest penis I've ever seen in my entire life. It's very frightening. He flew to the UK to fuck me on my 23rd birthday, and yeah, we filmed it anyway. He was wearing most of this. This image he posted on his Tumblr like ages ago, and someone obviously like shared it and then screen shared it and then whatever, and it's just ended up on the internet. He has scrubbed everything from the internet that of his. So a few years ago, I just so happened to see this and was like, what the fuck? And I messaged him and I was like, do you know that you are the Wikipedia definition of a clown? And obviously that's like really hot to him because he wants to be like the perfect clown, but also like kind of terrifying because like, how did this image get there?
Yeah.
But yeah, I get to say that like, that's my dad. And also like
That's my daddy.
that picture, right after this, he filmed himself jerking off onto a mirror and he like squirts like an enormous amount. It's very like clown aesthetic, but like it is
hyperspermia.
insane. Crazy amounts. It's like 13 massive squirts every time.
Now.
Damn.
Yeah. So there you go. That's who inspired me the most. That was the first person that I ever saw doing anything like this. And, you know, yeah, he's kind of retreated from online life, but like the fact that that is now a thing is really, really fucking cool. And yeah, amazing.
I mean, that is pretty damn cool. Yeah.
Right.
And that's where we come back in at. That is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, that is pretty damn cool.
Cut around it so you can just kind of get like the beginning and the end. It's just
Yeah,
who it is and where it is, exactly where to find it is like the part we can't have. But like, isn't that fucking amazing? And that is who inspired me like the most. Oh, there is one other person who inspired me actually. Ouchie the Clown. Ouchie the Clown is no longer with us, unfortunately, and I'm really, really sad that I never got to meet or speak with him. But he is a fetish clown who was very active in the San Francisco BDSM scene. And he actually did a film with, I think, Titan Men or Men.com. They did Cirque Noir. And it was actually, as far as clown porn goes, pretty decent. But yeah, I do remember like being very young and seeing that somebody was doing it. And I thought that was the coolest thing. And so Ouchie the Clown actually inspired me a lot as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So I just saw, unfortunately passed away in 2019.
Yeah. And actually, because he, you know, obviously like that side of him was, I guess, not his like the most public side of his life. I didn't know that had happened for quite a while. So I only found out, I think I found out while I was doing my podcast. I think it was on an episode. Years later.
Yeah.
He was a pro dom. He offered pro dom services, doing dom evil clown beatings, hot wax, straight razor shaving, jokes, all sorts.
Well, he combined like the silliness of clown with like hardcore BDSM. Like he was doing like impact play in full makeup and nose with a rubber chicken. I really like that he way ahead of his time. But yeah. So
it getting me emotional when we talk about people who. I think it's really important when we talk about everyone in general, but especially those who have passed, to keep their memory living. And it does touch me a bit sometimes. It's like it's really important to keep those conversations going about people who have inspired us who are no longer here.
Yeah, because that man never got to know how much everything he did meant to me, but he has left a mark on this world just by being himself. And so could you ask for more? I often say this to people that are close to me who do a lot of similar things in the scene. You will never know the impact you have, because for everybody who messages you and says that you impacted them in some way, there are like 100 people who didn't, because to like the bravery or just to take the time to think to do it is already more than what most people are going to do. And not everybody is going to tell you how much you influenced them, and you're never going to necessarily know. And there will be plenty of people who, even after you're gone, are not going to get to have that opportunity like I didn't get to have with Ouchie the Clown. But like, still had a huge impact on me, and is somebody that I talk about a lot. So,
and it's also the knock-on effect. You were inspired by him, and now people are being inspired by you. Do you mean? And it continues. Do you mean? And it all tracks back, and it's one person's actions or one person's decisions can make a long-lasting impact without them ever knowing. And I think it's going back onto that self-actualization. Do you mean that what we're talking about, self-empowerment, is that be you, because you don't know the impact that you will make, not just to the people around you, but the people who are around them and the people who are around them, because of one decision or one thing that you decided to do that makes a lasting impact.
Yeah.
There we go. We left on a cheery note, didn't we?
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
That's sweet.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Actually, that was a great question because I hadn't thought about that. And yeah, there's actually been a lot of people who've really like inspired me. And yeah, I'm grateful for all those people because yeah, look at me now.
We love juggling Dax's dice. That's
yeah. It's good fun. We're still waiting for someone to get a 1. We're still waiting for someone to get a 1.
Someone got a fucking critical 20 on the first time.
Literally the first roll. It's like, wow. Okay, great.
What happens on a 1? You
have to give us your best moan.
Oh, I'd be great at that.
Yeah, we could give us a clown moan. Tell us what a clown moan is.
Sure.
So, anyway, I think that's unfortunately time for us to wrap up.
Yeah.
I don't really want to wrap up. This is the thing. I feel like I could just keep chatting to you for another 2-3 hours.
Okay.
But I do know that Dax will kill me.
Dax needs this fried chicken.
So, before you go, socials. Where can people find you? If they want to commission stuff, if they want to know more, if they want any of your amazing services or go to one of your events or listen to the podcast, where do they go? Where do they find all this information?
So you can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at tstota. That's also the handle for my Just for fans. You can also find me on Instagram at _Muckle_Stota, which also has link to my Linktree, which has everything. It's got socials for my event. It's got my podcast. It's got how to reach me for other stuff. I think there's that sounds like everything. If it's not, then whatever, you'll get to the link tree and be like, you didn't tell me about your recon. It's there.
Just message. Just message.
Yeah.
Just
no, just message. Just be like, hey, clown, your link tree's wrong. How do I find you?
So with that, I've been Quincy.
I've been Dax.
I've been Barney.
Hooray!
Yay! Oh, I felt so part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I will see you next time on the Deviant Duo. Give us a honk.
Honk honk. Oh wait, hang on.
Bye.
Bye bye.